or somebody wants me to burn it in the shop. They bought the candle and paid for the others, the work and the oils and herbs. And so I'm currently working with this candle. And what I'm gonna do now is, actually I need some paper. Need something to keep the mess from going crazy. I'm gonna carve into the candle names and some sigils and a bind rune, so that the intention that they're looking for is included in the candle through not just the oils and herbs that I'm going to add, but it's actually in the candle. So we're working with 3 runes, Gebo, Funjo, and forgetting the third one right now, but you'll see what it looks like. So on the bottom of this candle is where I'm going to put that bind rune. And you can do this with any tool, and you can do this to any candle. The person just happened to want to use this. So you're going to see me work through some of this. I'm using just a little awl tool on my Leatherman, but if you have a needle or a pen, even a pen cap, you know, like a Bic pen cap, or anything sharp, it's easy to do this with. Because the goal is to get the energy of that rune or name or both into the candle, so it's clear who it's for, what the work is that's being done, and then you don't have to worry about like it being all over the place, right? It's going to be pretty obvious. And the reason I'm doing this on the bottom is because on the human figures is where I'm going to put the sigils for the people and their names, and that doesn't leave me any other room for the bind rune. So I'm putting that on the bottom where it can do its work, and some of the coating is coming off this candle, so I'm just going to make sure it's in there good and deep so it's clear what this is about. Because it's a pink candle, but they put a brighter pink wax coating over it to make it cute, you know? So we got to make sure our work is all good and in there. There we go. You can probably kind of see that. So there's the first, second, third. Okay, so now we got our rune, bind rune in there. Now we're going to add the people. So I'm going to do that through, you're going to see that happen in a couple different ways. So that coating's it's coming off on top too. Last time I did this from, the coating actually stayed. It's a little fragile on this one, it looks like. So I'm gonna try and stay in the coating with the name. Does anybody else stick their tongue out when they do things like this? Okay, there's one name, and I'm not gonna show you the full names, but I'll show you where I'm starting, you know, so you can see, and then I'll keep doing the name down. And then because we're bringing this couple closer together, their names will also, they're basically going to be on both sides. And I'm also going to make sure that they're connected. You know, it's hard to make circles on multiple levels, like bumps. It's hard to make circles. There we go. All right, so we got names carved in, bind rune carved in, and what you didn't see, now I'm thinking about what I did before. What you didn't see is that I took some Florida water and it got just a spray down to cleanse the candle. This is where the candle's gonna go. This is gonna make a lot of wax when it melts. So it needs something that can hold all the wax. So this also got a cleanse. What I want to do next, before I do the rest of the dressing, is, close up knife, is I also want to put a little rose clone on there, because that's what we're working with, is some good old-fashioned love, and so we want the energy of it to be all over that. Now you could use a rose oil if you wanted, but the tools that I'm using don't require the rose oil. We just want the implication of it, because the attraction, the interest, all the stuff is already there. What we're trying to do is remove the obstacles towards this couple being together. So there'll be some love herbs, there'll be some herbs that are related to blockbusting, and there's going to be an oil that is focused on road opening. Plus, we want all that to stick. So I got some honey. All right, so because I don't need this work all over my hands, I'm gonna put on some gloves and get started dressing the candle. So first, I'm gonna put on our oil. Let me see if I can get this over here so you can see it around. Sorry, honey bear. Let's get our oil on there. And this is a house-made oil that we make here that is designed for opening roads and removing obstacles. Put that in there in the middle. All around. All right, it's gonna rub down in here. So it gets all up in those the runes that we made and the names that we carved. Perfect. I'm gonna touch that later. You know what I did? I forgot to take the lid off the herbs. Let's see if I can do this without getting oil all over it. I'm getting oil on things anyway. Just gonna have to wipe it off. Okay, I think I can do this. Normally I'd be spraying this on there, but I've got so much stuff on my hands. I thought I was prepared, you guys. I thought I was prepared. So what I'm doing is just sprinkling this these herbs all over, and then we're gonna get in there and just really rub it in. I want it in the things that I've carved. And there's a bunch down here, so we're gonna get what fell off. So you can see the herbs are getting in where I've carved. I also want it all over, but let's get them in those. Let's get them in those spots. Okay, now our honey. I'm gonna take this glove off because I'm done and I don't want shit all over my honey. So here's our honey. We're gonna now, everybody. All right, just to make everything stick, last, be around, not go anywhere, and be long lasting. Perfect. And then, depending on how else you like to work, maybe you want to put like, hey friends who've joined. Sorry, the phone was facing away from me. I couldn't see if anybody was coming in. Then, after you've got all that done, so last time I did this, I had some rose quartz in there just to bring the energy of the rose quartz in. And then I also put some salt around to protect the energy and the work of the candle. You can use any kind of salt you want. If you got table salt, great. If you got black salt, it's gonna protect it. If you got red salt, it's gonna protect it and be clear about protecting that love and romance energy. So if you wanna add crystals, do. If you wanna add additional herbs around, do. If you wanna add any protective layers for the work that you're about to do, do. You can also put all that down first and then throw the candle in there. It depends on what works best for you. Do I like chicken? Yes. It's an odd question. Talking about love candles. So now I'm just gonna add a little more herbs around the candle itself. I need to wipe off this jar, it got oil on it. So that work is there, and when this candle melts, it's gonna fill the bowl that I got. So it's gonna fill that whole bowl. Because it's just gonna burn down and just be wax everywhere because there's nothing holding it in, you know, like a tubular kind of candle holder. So we need to be careful. So that's why it's in a deeper vessel. All right, I hope this was helpful. I hope it's interesting. If you have questions about what this is, how to do it, or how you can do it for yourself, then leave me a message, happy to answer. If you're someone who is on the other side of a reading and you're trying to figure out what to do next and you're feeling kind of stuck and you're not sure what to do, let's talk about it. One of the best things you can do is join Synchronicity Circle, and it'll help you stay accountable to the things that you're trying to accomplish. And you can always do that at worthsynchronicity.com. All right, everybody, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you all later. Bye.